At Mango Languages, we've been enjoying all of this wonderful feedback we've been hearing from librarians and libraries in these challenging times. And today we'll have a conversation with both Nancy and Melissa of the Fountaindale Public Library in Bolingbrook, Illinois. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Hello.
It's wonderful to see you both. I'm so glad that you could hop on a little conversation with me today. For anyone at home, would you be willing to introduce yourselves and also give a brief explanation of what you do for the Fountaindale Public Library?
So I'm Nancy Korsak. I am the Deputy Director here at the Fountaindale Public Library in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and I manage the public services. So anything that is public facing, and I also manage our databases, which Mango would be one of them.
And I'm Melissa Bradley. I'm the Communications Manager here at Fountaindale Public Library. And I do just that, I communicate. So all of our public-facing materials, our website, social media, video, kind of everything, anything that the public sees, my hands have usually touched.
Wonderful. Nancy, I was wondering if you could walk me through a little bit of how things have changed at the library in the past few months.
Well, things changed pretty abruptly. I know we were full force programming, doing digital stuff, and all of a sudden our building had to close. We were very lucky because we had a 3-day notice before the building closed. So we were able to communicate to our patrons that they had 3 days to come in. We were able to finish early voting that was happening in the building. And we were able to prepare with what digital resources were out there. So very quickly after we closed, our communications team led by Melissa put together a page of how to use your library from home. I think on the second day we figured out how to do library cards remotely so that if people who didn't have library cards could apply from home. And then all of our staff grabbed their phones and started recording programs, and it's been really great. Anything from story time to songs to puppet shows to cooking shows. We had our first cooking demo last week. So we've been full on doing programs from home and a lot of promotion of book talks, which include, talking our books and our resources as well.
Are there any other ways that you've seen the library evolve in these past few months?
What I've always told the community when I go out into the community and talk is that we want you to think of the library first when you need something. And so in this time, we wanted to make sure that you still thought of us, even if the building was closed. So we really focus on sending the message out there that we are virtually open for you, that our staff was here, that you will get an email response within an hour of you doing that. It's just really making sure that we put the message out there that we're virtually open, that we're not fully closed.
Melissa, I was wondering if you could talk to that a tiny bit. As on the communication side, what were some of the communication channels that you used to reach out to these patrons?
Absolutely. So the message we put out there from the beginning is we're here for you. Like Nancy said, we wanted the community to think of us first. We want them to know that even though the building is closed, we're still here providing services. So many of our patrons have personal relationships with our librarians. So to be able to see them on social media and things like that has been really great for them. But yeah, we've really utilized our social media channels a lot. Our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter have been really primary methods for us. We had closed on a Monday, and we did our first recorded Facebook story time by Saturday. So, our librarians really jumped in and took charge. So yeah, it's been really, really great to have those social media channels, to see them grow in ways that have been a little bit mind-blowing in the last few months. Our numbers have really, really increased, which has been wonderful. And I think that's part of it. People want to know we're there, and now they are learning more and seeing us more than they had before, which is awesome.
Now, I can imagine one of the things that you guys would have been promoting are your digital resources. And Nancy, you mentioned that that's something that's in your domain. And I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about the library's digital resources as well as the importance of those.
So we've always been trying to make sure that our patrons have access to as much information from home as they need. So Mango, we always see an uptick in January when people are trying to learn a new language. But we also have things like Universal Class and Gale courses where people can self-pace and work from home. We brought back Linda, which we had suspended our subscription, and people were very happy. So I think our patrons want to be engaged with our content, and that's what our databases are providing. But also this time that we've been closed, our staff have really been creating content to outline how to use each database. So they are taking this time to really get to know the databases, and our outreach department in particular, they're the ones who go out in our bookmobile because they cannot go out right now. They are doing video recordings of promoting each database. And Melissa Luz, one of our outreach specialists, did an amazing one with Mango Languages. And she's at home, she's promoting the database, she's showing people how to use it. We're linking to our website, and so people can really understand like what we have to offer.
I have to commend you guys on your spectacular use of media and video. I can appreciate that very much. I was curious what feedback you have actually received on Mango. I know you mentioned there's been more usage, which is great. I absolutely love to hear that.
Well, I think the stats really speak for themselves. As I said, we always have a little hike in stats in January. Between March and April, we had over 30% increase in usage, and that itself is really amazing. I think we promoted something on Facebook that said, "Oh, use Mango," and somebody said, "But I don't have the money to pay for that." And so it was a really good opportunity to explain, well, this is all free. With your library card, you have access to this, and so just communicating to our public that yes, you have your library card, it gives you access to all our databases.
Now, on the mention of digital resources as well, I'm very curious if you could let me know, especially in these times, what the importance is of your library having these digital resources.
Well, especially with our schools being closed, both teachers and parents are looking for resources to learn from home. So we have been promoting anything from, we have a tutoring service online. So if the parent needs help getting their kid the tutoring they need, especially during this time, they can have access to it. And then the teachers are having to build entire classrooms online. So we did send out the links to our resources through our school district to say, link to us. Every student in the district is either going to be part of our library or our neighboring library. We can refer them to them. We're very lucky that we're a part of a consortium of 6, and that all 6 libraries have really good communication, so that if somebody applies for a library card and they don't live in our town, I just hit forward and the next librarian will answer them. We don't have to refer the patron. We just, they're going to get the communication from that other library.
Wonderful. That sounds like a seamless transition, and it's very exciting that you're in a partnership where communication is key. And along those lines, Melissa, I was curious if you could reach out to your patrons right now, as I know you have been doing through social media, but if there was something that you could say to your patrons right now, what would you like to mention to them?
I think we would just reiterate, that we're here for you. Our staff is working hard to provide as many services as possible to try to bring the library straight to your home so that you can stay safe and you don't have to leave your home. If there's anything that you need at all, reach out to us, call us, text us, email us. We will answer. We will help you. I mean, our staff is incredible. They absolutely love our patrons. They love our community, and they will work to the bone to make sure, they can help somebody. So know that we're here for you, and we're ready to help you if you need us.
And then actually, Nancy, I was wondering if you could tell me to other librarians and other libraries in the same situation now, what advice would you like to give, or what things have worked for your library that would be of interest for them to try out as well?
knowing your community helps. And in particular, when we thought about like, okay, how do we transition online? We knew that our story times had a huge following, and we knew that we have Miss Kathy, who personally knows half our patrons. So, we put her out first. Unfortunately, our park district classes had to stop. So the first time we put line dancing, which is a workout class, out there, we had 55 patrons log in because they were not having that from the park district. And we're like, okay, then we do more line dancing. And so that was the relationships that our programmers have built with the presenters made it really easy to then transition to have those programs online.
Melissa, Nancy, I wish you guys all the best in these wild times. You're doing a wonderful job, and it was very wonderful to be able to talk with you both for a little bit today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much.